You all, this is my fourth time recording this video. Satan does not want this message to get out, but it's going to get out anyway, Lord willing, today. Now, many of you have already been aware of the government shutdown and have been told that as of November 1st that you will not have any money on your EBT card in order to eat for you and your family. And that has caused many of you to get extremely frantic and go on social media saying things that you should not say. First of all, and I'm going to tell you in this video, I'm going to tell you of why you should not be stealing from Walmart. Okay, now as of today, I've heard that some of you have actually gotten your funding on your EBT card, but and that's great if you have, but some of you still have not. So I still need for you to watch and support this video regardless of that, because I have some great and shocking information in this video for you. Now, stealing is a sin and should not be tolerated in our community. It's a bad look for us because many of other people, they expect us to steal. They think bad things about us. On social media, they see all kind of wickedness on there that our people are doing, and that people, some of it's true, some of it's made up, including in the movies and everything else. So we don't want to do anything to perpetuate that and make a bad situation worse. Also, there's a woman going around on social media on TikTok, and I know that many of you have already seen the video, where she is saying that she's going to steal like it's no tomorrow from Walmart. Once she swipes her card at the checkout register and it says there's no balance on her EBT card, she's planning on walking forward into the parking lot and just completely steal the food from out of the Walmart. And she claims that she's going to have a cousin with her that will basically knock you into next week if you dare follow them into the parking lot thinking that you're going to retrieve that food that was stolen and take it back in the Walmart, and that you won't be able to make it back to your position at the Walmart if that's what you think that you're going to do. So that's basically a threat. And it's really self-incrimination as well. So it's very foolish to say what you're going to do. And since when do you tell people what your plans are? Not that I'm saying to plan stealing in secret either, because either way it's the wrong thing to do, and we should not support it. But it's definitely very foolish to self-incriminate as well, because there's always somebody watching and listening. And a lot of you women have also been bragging about how many food stamps that you're getting on social media. That is very foolish as well. And as a result, now many of you have gotten are getting a lot less of the food stamps, even outside of this shutdown situation. And so you have caused that on yourselves. Nobody is happy about you having a whole lot of food stamps when they have none at all. And a lot of people out here that are saying that people are not willing to work who are getting the stamps. Many of them are working, and some of you are mad because you did not qualify to get stamps and you applied for stamps yourself. So you can't talk badly about somebody else getting stamps when you yourself were applying for stamps and are mad because because you didn't qualify for stamps. And at some point, most people have already been on stamps, regardless of whether they have a degree or not, or how much of money that they make at a job. At least during 2019, many people were getting stamps. So we need to remember that as well. So you're no better than anybody who is on stamps or has been getting stamps in the past if you are not currently on stamps. Now, let's get into the heart of this video. A lot of you women who are planning to steal, you are going to cause yourselves and innocent people to get unalived as a result of your stealing, because in these Walmarts, they may have police officers walking around undercover who are carrying guns. They might have some ICE individuals or military individuals who may have gotten clearance to arrest other people. So, and while you're resisting their arrest and thinking you're going to run away with the food, you might even get unalived during that process or cause someone else to get unalived. So you never know what weapons that they might have in place, or what security measures may be going on that you don't know about as just a regular shopper there at the Walmart. Walmart has upped their game on security. Back in the day, it used to be quote unquote easy to steal from Walmart, but since then they have upped their game on their surveillance. Walmart has cameras when you enter and exit the store. They had cameras at each checkout, whether you go to an individual checking you out, a cashier, or if you go to the self checkout. Now, at the self checkout, you can actually see yourself on the camera there. So if you don't have sense enough to let that be an indication for you not to go past that register with any food calling yourself stealing, I don't know what else to tell you. Now, the police are also, I mean, they also have security checking your receipt when you leave the store. And no, they're not just checking to see if you've stolen water, they're checking to see if you've stolen any items when they check your receipts. Now, sometimes some of those people get lazy and they don't say anything, but they're supposed to be checking your receipts when you leave the Walmart. Walmart also has security driving around in the parking lot. Okay, so it may be they might have a sticker on their car just driving around. They have a surveillance camera in some of the parking spaces at the Walmart. I've seen these large overhead cameras. They also have the police parked near the front entrance or exactly at the front entrance, one or two police cars. They have their security room with security cameras. When you enter into the store, you usually look to the left of the double doors that you go in that slide open at Walmart. When you look to your left, you usually see a door there. That's the security room. Okay, and everybody should know that by now. Also, when you go down these aisles, they have security on each and every aisle. Where you go to pick up items to put into your grocery cart, you look around, you will see hidden cameras there. And sometimes you can actually see yourself on camera there, especially where they have items locked up at Walmart, such as the hair supplies, soap, deodorant, things like that. They definitely have cameras there that you can see, because you even have to call a Walmart associate to come and unlock those areas for you, because people were stealing those items. And Walmart also has security cameras in the ceiling. Okay, so if anybody thinks that they're going to steal from Walmart, they've got another thing coming. What will happen to you if you steal from Walmart or these other stores out here, these other grocery stores, and just stores in general? You will get arrested. You'll get thrown in jail. You'll be physically beaten on the way to the jail. You may even become unalived. Okay, as a result of your stealing and resisting arrest. The police, they can say anything. They can say, well, you're resisting, and next thing you know, nobody hears from you again. You may get fired from your job if you're in jail too long and don't get anyone to bail you out soon enough. You may lose your home or your apartment, okay, as a result of being behind bars, and you're not getting out soon enough. It will be on your permanent record that you stole. So even if you get out of jail and you call yourself, you're going to apply somewhere else, they're going to find out that you just stole on your record. And people don't like having thieves in the workplace, okay, because they figure you might steal from them. If you stole one time, it's easy for you to steal again because you have that criminal mindset. That's how these jobs think. And you'll never even get to eat any of the food. If some of you claim you're stealing for your kids, how about you not steal for your kids? Because there's more for you to lose by stealing, quote unquote, for your kids than it is for you to gain by stealing for your kids. Because for one thing, you nor your kids are going to even get to eat any of that food that you steal from Walmart. Since when have you seen on social media those clips where people have stolen from Walmart and they actually get to make it home to eat food even in the car in the parking lot of Walmart, much less at their house where they can provide a meal for their kids? Okay, so you're stealing from Walmart or any other places in vain, because you nor your kids are going to even get to eat any of that food. And you will be publicly humiliated because they record these stealing events on camera and have it uploaded on social media. The police, they should have body cameras on, and a lot of their precincts, they will upload these videos. Standby-bys in these stores can easily record and upload on their personal social media. And that is an embarrassment to your kids. Your kids will be without a mom for you women who are stealing, because they probably already don't have a dad in the house if the women are stealing, because usually the man is supposed to be the head of the house, and he would be laying down the law, telling the woman not to steal, because he would be willing to get another job to provide food for his family, because a man does not want to feel that that him and his wife have to go elsewhere to provide for their own kids and themselves. That would make him feel like less of a man. Okay, so with both of you, both parents not being in the household, your kids are at risk for going into foster care. So how is it helping your kids for you to steal? I want you to try this. Ask your friends or family members if they are willing to take in your kids after you get arrested for stealing food that you will never even get to eat once you steal from Walmart. Okay, I'll wait. Oh, they said they don't want to do it. Exactly, because they can't even take care of themselves. And if they have children themselves, they got other mouths to feed, and they don't need to be feeding your kids' mouths, because it's not their responsibility. And they should tell you to just forget about stealing altogether. Now let's talk about what you can do to help your kids to have food during times like this. Now, as I said, some of you may have recently gotten your food on your EBT cards, and I'm pretty certain that I'll hear about it, because that's all some of you do is to tell everything, all of your personal business on social media, which is very foolish. But so let's talk about how you can actually help your kids to eat during times like this. Well, if you were getting food stamps, your kids should be getting a quote unquote free lunch at the school anyway, which means that the school will provide breakfast if they get there early enough. And even if your kids are late to school, tell your kid to go to the front office, or to ask that, but before they even go to the classroom, because once they get to the classroom, that teacher might tell them they can't go back to the front office to get anything. A lot of teachers are like that. So tell your child, if they don't see the people handing out the food when they go into the building, if they're late for school, then tell them to go to the front office before they go to the classroom, if possible, and see if they have a lunch there. See if they have a breakfast that they can get from the front office, or see if somebody in the front office can get them a breakfast, or have a breakfast sent to their classroom. Okay, then that way they can have a breakfast. When it's lunchtime, tell your child to eat every bit of that food on that tray that they have, and not to be a picky eater, because it would be better for them to eat food that they don't like, vegetables and so forth. Some kids do like veggies, but some of them don't. Some kids like fruit and don't, and some don't. So, but this is not a time to be a picky eater, because once they get home, if you don't have anything for them to eat at home, the school breakfast and lunch will be their only meals of the day, Monday through Friday. Now, when the weekend gets here, you'll have to have other options available. And so this is why you all need to be getting along with your family members as well, your baby daddy and your mom, your sister, siblings, or whatever family members that you have. You all need to have game plans on how you're going to ration food. You also need to tell your kids to be on good behavior in the classroom, because a lot of times that teacher may give out a snack at the end of the day. They may have a snack time in the school where they can eat a snack that the teacher may buy with the teacher's own money out of their own pocket, or the school might provide a snack at the end of the day. So if they're not on good behavior, that teacher can take that snack away from your child. But if they are on good behavior and they maybe can get more than one snack, then they might be able to bring part of that snack home, so that you and any other younger siblings who don't attend school just yet would have something to eat as well. If as the mom of the house, if you weren't able to secure any food for yourself to eat, then you might have part of that snack to eat that your kid may bring from school. And also, many of you have been telling people about your stash that you have at home. So And when I say stash, I mean any canned goods or dried foods that you might have on your shelves. That is very unwise to tell other people about that, because nobody's happy about you having a stash of food when they have nothing to eat. They're going to be thinking about how they can steal that food from you. Okay, which may turn into a violent situation if somebody's breaking in your house to steal food. So keep that information to yourselves. Okay, and also when some of you are ordering your groceries, like you may have your food delivered from Walmart to your house, it would be wise for you to use the app to make certain that you're at home before the food is delivered, because sometimes they come early, sometimes they come late. Okay, so you want to make certain that you're there to get that food off of the porch before the drives away, so that someone can be there, while you're getting the food safely into your household before somebody steals it. Okay, and you never know, there's always somebody watching you. If you have something that's beneficial to yourselves and others, somebody else is watching that, because they're looking for an opportunity to take that benefit away from you and to have it for themselves. Okay, now so if you have food delivered to your house, just keep that in mind, because people are looking to steal. And also consider starting a garden. That's another great idea. Now, I actually had a teenager to tell me that having a garden is not educational, which was very foolish for that person to say. So, having a garden will be one way that some of you can eat for your families instead of relying on the government. Now, you need to watch some of these videos on social media that are telling you how to garden and what types of fruits and vegetables to plant during what particular season, based on what zone that you live in. Okay, because um, some gardening fruits and vegetables, they thrive better during certain times of the year, depending on what zone you live in. And some survive better in sunlight, some plants survive better in shade. So that's why it's good to watch some of these gardening videos, so that you can have a thriving garden. And that way you don't have to worry about GMOs or bioengineered lab created food, because the food will be natural and it won't have pesticides as well. Because, like, you go in these grocery stores and you see these shiny apples, for example, and that's some type of wax that is on the food to make it look shiny, so it looks pretty, that you will more than likely desire to purchase that food, but based on how pretty it looks. But I rather my apples look dry without all that wax on it, and no pesticides. So if you grow your own food, you'll know more than likely what's in it, and of course you're not going to put pesticides on your own food. Now, for those of you who are still planning on stealing, regardless of what I've said and what others have told you about not stealing, you've got another thing coming, because Trump is not playing with you all. Okay, he's constantly writing executive orders, and that's the main thing that I see him doing on social media, always constantly writing executive orders. And the main people that will be affected by them are those who don't have sense enough to get themselves in order and keep themselves in order. Because if not, then Trump, ICE, the military, and whatever else that he is allowing to put people in order will put you in order if you don't have sense enough to do it yourself. I need to get this channel monetized. I would really appreciate if you would click like and subscribe, because this is how I can support myself. And I like doing videos like this to make you aware and to help others who are willing to listen, who want to do better and who want to know about some things that are going on, and who want to do the right thing. Okay, some people are determined to do the wrong thing, but some people really want to do the right thing. And one thing that would really help this channel out and help me out is if you would click like and subscribe. Also share this video on your social media, because it's not just about November 1st, what's happening then, whether you'll have food on your EBT card or not, but it's about going forward, things that you can do to help yourself and your family to still eat and doing the right thing and not stealing, and how it will affect you and your children, who you claim that you were going to steal for in the first place, in the future. Showing them the right thing to do, because your kids are an example of yourself and you don't want to teach them the wrong thing to do. All right, like and subscribe, share this video on your social media. Thank you for listening and watching. Have a great day. Bye.